and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this social media post for free in Canva. So let's open up Canva in the home page, and we're simply going to go to social media, and you can select from all of these which platform you're using and what kind of post you want. So I'm just going to click on Instagram post. Now, of course, in Canva, you can use the templates. And if so, you just go up to templates here and you just describe the field that you're in. Let's just say it's food, and you can scroll down and you can select from some templates. Now, an awful lot of these templates now have the little crown, and you do have to sign up to the pro version. But obviously, a lot of people will want to prefer to generate their own, simply because you've got your own logos, your own images, and your own text and titles. So let me show you how to do this from scratch. So first of all, you're going to need to upload your images. Now, these are going to be your own personal images. I've just chosen these two here. The way to do it, though, is to go to Upload Files, to select the files of choice, and to just click Upload. Once you've clicked upload, these two images, or the images that you've uploaded, will come into this section here, into your uploads file. Next, if you want to create a template, what we will need to do is to put some frames in to slot photographs in and out of the frames. So go to Elements at the top here. We're going to type in frames and press enter. And these basically are placeholders for images, so that you can quickly take them out and put them in, and you don't have to resize them the whole time. So this one, I'm just going to click, pop this one in. I'm just going to make it cover from top to bottom, move it over to the side here, and then I'm going to run it round about here. Then I'm going to choose another one, and I'm going to put this placeholder for an image around about here. But this placeholder, I'm going to put a nice white borderline around it. So select it, click on this stroke style at the top, move the stroke up to the thickness you want. This is very much trial and error. Then you can see this has appeared, which is the stroke color. Click on this one. Of course, you can select from any option here, but I'm just going to select white and deselect. And you can see we've got this little white borderline around the outside. I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. So select the stroke style again and deselect. Perfect. Now you can have the white line on this edge here, or you can just move the image over, and that will get rid of the white line to the edge of your flyer. So how we pop these images in and out. So to pop these images in, you need to go back to your uploads, and this one here is going to go on the right. So we click and drag it over, and you can see as you hover over it, clicks into that square. Now it might not be where you want it to be, so double click on it. And now you can see we can move this image up and down if we want to, and we can make it bigger and resize it if we want to do so as well. Then just press enter twice and it will resit into that placeholder. Now to the next image, just click and drag it into this one. Again, double click, we can move the image over, and then just press enter twice. That image is now set in there. Now, if you want to take this image out, you can right click or click on the image, click on the three dots and go down, and it says here, detach image. So once you've done that, you can see the image is now free floating, and then you can just simply press delete. So we'll pop that back in. Next, we'll go to Elements and we'll go down to Shapes here, and we'll click on the square. We've inserted a square. We're just going to go to the top here, pop that in, and drag it all the way down to the bottom just to make sure it covers everything here. Now you can see that's covered our photo, and it may not be the color we want. So select it, go to position and select backwards, which will send it behind the photograph. And if you've got multiple things in there, just keep clicking backwards until it's in the position you want. You can also go to layers and you can move them around as well. So if I wanted to move it to the back, I could. If I wanted to move it to the front, I could. This is just a really useful tool to see where everything is in your design. So now to color. If we now go to color, what's great about Canva is because we've inserted these images, it's now taken a spectrum of color that's in your image. So therefore creating some cohesive colours for you to use for this square here, or any graphics that you'll put into your design. So we can select one that's quite close to this image here, or we can use a darker one, or you can click through and see what's suitable for your design. So I'm going to stick with this colour here, and then we're going to put in our text. Now you may have your own text or your own brand, and all you need to do for that is to go to uploads and simply upload your logo, such as this one, and then all you need to do is click on it and it will be inserted into your design. But for me, I'm going to show you how to insert the text. So click on text, add any of these to headings, it doesn't matter, and then we just pop this at the top here. Just click inside, Command or Control A to select it, and just add your title. And then we'll go to our fonts and we'll look at the fonts. I've used this one here, but of course you'll have your own brand font. And then your font size, you can increase or decrease it using these tools at the top here. And then for the color, click on the A. So I'm just going to select white. And then I'm going to move this one over so that the E moves over the top of the section here. Now all I'm going to do is duplicate it using this tool here. That means that I've already got my font already dialed in. And what I can do then is pop in some text. I'm just going to paste in some text. And then we're going to reduce the font size down. We can keep clicking, or another tool that you can do or use is just to simply grab the corner and move it in until it suits your space. So I'm just going to duplicate this again. So go to More and then press Duplicate, and we'll pull this down to use as another title. Once again, I'm just going to paste in some text. Great thing about Canva, obviously it can be lined up super easy by just moving it, and the pink dotted lines will appear when you're perfectly lined up. I'm going to duplicate this again, and this is going to add some text underneath. And in here, I'm just going to paste this text in, and once again, reduce the size. To move the boxes out, you can use these side sections here. Make sure it's turned purple first, and then you can move it over like this. Now this text is all centered, but if we go to this tool here and scroll through, that's just going over to the right. But if I scroll through, you can see that it can be right centered, centered, or left aligned as well. So now let's just copy this one again and duplicate it. Let's pull that one down to here. And again, paste in this text. Let's just move that box out. There we go. And just to let you know, that's the size of this font here. I generally keep the same font throughout my designs, just to keep it a bit simpler because I'm not a designer. And then you want the gap between the title and the text to be the same. So I'm just going to move this down a little bit. And then we can select all of these by holding down the Shift key. And then go to Position. Go to Arrange and make sure they're all lined up to the center. If it's grayed out, it means they are perfectly lined up. Now you can see the gap between these two here is slightly bigger than these two here. So deselect them, reselect this one. I'm just going to use my arrow keys to move them down. You can also align your text slightly differently in terms of the spacing between the lines. So you can select your text, go to this icon here, and you can increase your letter spacing, or the gaps between your letters, or your line spacing. So let me show you. If I move it to the right and then move it to the left, and you can see how that changes. So I think we were about 1.4. And my final flourish, just to show you how you can put a bit of added extra detail in, and then how to align everything after that. So in shapes, I'm just going to select one of these rounded edge squares, then go to stroke. I'm going to increase the stroke to about 10. The stroke color, I'm going to click on that one and then go to white, and then click the color of the fill color, and I'm going to go to this icon here, which is no color. And then I'm simply going to move this so it's got the same spacing around the edge. And then we can go to Position, and we can go to Center and Middle. That will make sure it's all in the right place. And now what we can do is we can move it backwards. So select it, position. Let's go to layers this time. And you can see it's here. So I want it to go behind this picture. Deselect. So you can see it's gone behind that picture there, but it's covering my text. So I just need to do a few little tweaks. I'm going to pull this down a little bit more so it's a bit closer to the edges. Go to position again, go to range, center and middle again. I'm just going to take that down to about 6, and then I need to play around with this as well, and this one. So let's pull this one down to about here, and these here, let's just zoom in. Select them all, holding down that shift key, and then go to group. So now it's all one group, and we can just move it along. And as we move it around, you can see how it connects to the various elements around it because of all these pink lines that will appear. So it will show you that it's lining itself up to something above or to the side. Let's just zoom out and check we're happy. If you want to, you can move this one over so it lines up with the text below. So once you're happy with this will actually save automatically to Canva. And when you go to your home tab, you can see I created one yesterday and this is the one I created today. So you can see that it will automatically save. So you've effectively created your own template and other projects that I've done as well. But what you can do is once you've finished is you need to share it. Now you can automatically share it to Instagram, or as I like to do is to download it. You can select the file choice here and the size, and then just click download. Once you've downloaded it, you can see here, it will go to your downloads file. Here is the image, now it's downloaded, and all you need to do is now upload that to Instagram. So I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.